All right, shout out to the mighty Who Dat Nation. Big Q in the building. Sports Coma coming at you. This show is brought to you by FanDuel, the official bettors of the NFL and other things. This show is sponsored by FanDuel. Get your prop bets in and your bets, period, at FanDuel Sportsbook. Man, listen, in this one, man, we're going to talk about the fact that the Saints had two of its players so far out of the top NFL 100 that were listed. And right now, of course, they let this list out slowly over time, but players number 91 through 100 was released, and two current Saints are currently on that top 100 list. And it's two of them. We're going to break it down now. And a third one, it was not a member of the team anymore, but is listed among those players. So nonetheless, let's jump right off into it as we talk about this list of players, man. And remember, this list, a lot of times this list is done by and voted upon by the players themselves that vote for players, the top 100 in NFL. And who else is it but the ageless wonder himself, Mr. Cameron Jordan, whose 2025 stats, 17 games, 47 tackles, 15 tackles for a loss, 10.5 sacks for Cam, 15 QB hits, 2 forced fumbles. As you said, 8-time Pro Bowler and member of the Hall of Fame's All-2010s team. Jordan is making his 9th appearance on the top 100 list after his 15th NFL season. Will this be his last? Jordan turns 37 on July the 10th. He signed with the Saints, re-signed with the Saints on July the 16th for what he called, quote, one final season, end quote, ranked 50th in 2023 when he last appeared. Cam's 10.5 sacks in 2025 were his most in the campaign since 21. And the translation is Jordan still has it. So NFL Pro Insights for Jordan's 30 QB pressures were his most in the season since the 23 season, and his 9.4 pressure rate was the highest in 5 campaigns. So Cam Jordan is the guy listed at 100 in terms of that. So like I said, this will be interesting going forward to see what happens here, but that's just big for him at 37 years of age to be mentioning that. And Jordan spoke publicly. Cam called it, in 20. This is his last season. He wants to add. He joked about it, maybe not, kind of tongue-in-cheek comment. He said if he can add another 10 sacks, that would be special. He would then surpass Hall of Fame Jason Taylor, who has 139.5 sacks, and move into the top 7 in NFL history. So Cam's making the 100 ranking is both a testament to his longevity and a reminder that elite pass rushers can thrive well into their late 30s. So this is something to be looking forward to. Now, from a career perspective, facing his 15 and 16 season with the Saints in 2026, setting the franchise record for consecutive seasons played, 132 career sacks, ranking him 17th all-time, most by any active player, 8-time Pro Bowler, member of the Hall of Fame's All-2010 team, drafted by the Saints in 2011, and spent his entire career with the black and gold. So this is cool. This is fun, all at the same time for Cam Jordan to be that next man. Now, next up on the top 100 list in terms of what the Saints are talking about, and we're going to tell y'all about all the guys once we go to our Saints, as we're talking about, is this man here, Travis Etienne, who spent last year, several years, his rookie campaign with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is listed as the number 96th player on the list of the top 100. So you go a couple of spots down, you get Travis Etienne Jr. named number 96 on NFL's top 100 players of 2026. He's a former Clemson star. Travis Etienne has made his first appearance on the top 100 players of 2026 list. He ranked 96th after a standout 25 season with Jacksonville. So this is his first appearance. So in season highlights, in 25, he played in all 17 games for the Jags, had 1,100 plus yards on 260 carries, which is 4.3 yards per carry. He had 7 rushing touchdowns. He caught 36 catches for 292 yards with 6 touchdowns. almost 1,400 total scrimmage yards and 13 total touchdowns, ranking him 11th in the NFL in rushing yards and 17th in scrimmage yards. His performance helped Jacksonville finish 13-4 and reach the playoffs the first time since 2022, right? So he's 27, spent his first 4 seasons with the Jags, signed a 4-year, $52 million deal with the Saints in free agency, and the move now seems as a homecoming for Etienne, who's a Louisiana native, who is ACC and Clemson's all-time leading rusher and scorer. Now, the top 100 list is voted on like the players, and each ranking earning points based on the position. Now, Etienne's debut at the 96th spot reflects his reputation as a versatile, explosive, dual-threat back that is praised by his former teammates and opponents for his speed, elusiveness, and ability to make defenders miss. He's definitely a home run hitter. Now with the Saints, A-Chain joins a roster that includes Cam and is expected to be a key part of Kellen Moore's offense. His combination of rushing power, receiving ability, and playoff experience positions him as one of the league's most dangerous running backs heading into the 2026 season. So Travis A-Chain sits at the number 96 spot there. And of course, as you keep it moving, another former Saint appears, and that's Demario Davis appears at number 95. Last year, 17 games, 143 tackles. That's a career best there for Cam. He had 3 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles, 5 straight years on the top 100 list. The venerable Davis was absent in 25. His final season with the Saints led to a return to all-star squad on his way back to the Jets, who signed him, the 14-year NFL veteran, to a 2-year deal, whom they drafted in the 3rd round way back in 2012. So the 2-time Pro Bowler set a career high in tackles during his 36th season. 36 at age 36, he helped to rally a young New Orleans squad down the stretch. He'll be looking to lend his wisdom and tackle prowess to New York this fall. The insight is Davis recorded 20 run stuffs, good for 3rd in the NFL. So he's going to the Jets, and they're hoping. The Jets have had basically moved from a youth movement to a more of experienced team. Gino is over the team now at the quarterback position. Demario Davis is the leader on the defensive side, so they're leaning in on a lot of good energy from the defensive leaders of Demario and Gino to be able to kind of turn the fortunes of the Jets around. They have a lot of talent. They've been picking up free agents and drafting under Coach Glenn, and he's serious about doing it and is under pressure to win. But let's look at the rest of the remaining list for you guys to see in full for the rest of them. Let me make a big hit for you. So we talked about Cam being at 100. Number 99 is offensive guard for the Colts, Quentin Nelson, the 6th overall pick back in 2018. He's been a Pro Bowl in each of his 8 NFL seasons. However, this marks just the 4th selection to the top 100 squad and his first since 2022 when he cracked the top 30 at number 28. His highest career selection. Now, Nelson gained an 84.7 overall grade from PFF back in 25, which was 4th among the 81 qualified guards. An exceptional run blocker, the 3-time All-Pro, helped pave the way for the Colts offense that finished in the top 10 in points and yards. So insights that Quentin Nelson had a 96.7 playing time percentage, which is the highest on the Colts offense. So this is good for him. Bryce Young, the first quarterback, makes appearance. As 2025, he's on the top 100. This is big, mad respect from the players as Bryce Young cracks the top 100, right? 16 games, 63.6% percentage, 3,000 plus passing yards, 6.3 yard per throw. He had 23 touchdowns against 11 picks, and he ran for 216 rush yards with 2 rushing touchdowns. He was the number 1 overall pick back in 2023 for the Panthers, their most successful campaign since his selection. Carolina won the NFC South crown, key by a massive upset in the regular season against the Rams before a heartbreaking 3-point wildcard loss to that same Ram team. So his second season under head coach Dave Canellis, and Young established career best in passing yards, touchdowns, and success percentage at 44.2, and his yards per game, 188.2. He's also earning the respect of his NFL brethren as he has exemplified by the NFL top 100 debut. Dave Canellis was known as the QB whisperer. Well, look like it's adding up for Bryce Young. It is, as Carolina had one of its most successful seasons in a while, and they're looking to try to build on it. New Orleans Saints say, we got to slow that down a little bit because we did sweep Carolina last year. Young completed 25 of 53 passes for over 300 yards and 5 touchdowns on extended dropbacks, right? You see that? And translated to a completion percentage of over 47%, nearly 20% points higher than the 27.6 rate that he did the first 2 seasons. Now, he added protection, added running attack to help him out as opposed, and also having wide receivers that can catch the ball. It's really helping young Bryce out, man, and he's doing some stuff. All right, number 97, Ernest Jones, the linebacker, for 2025 stats, over 120 tackles that he had, 7 pass breakups and 5 picks. Jones provided a fiery presence for the Super Bowl champions. Now a 2-time Super Bowl winner, his first outing was with the Rams. Jones was Seattle's leading tackler in the regular season and playoffs, and perhaps the most impressively, the backer led the squad in picks with 6, including the postseason. So Jones, making his top 100 debut, is a member of the reigning Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks on the 2026 list. Spoiler alert, it won't be his last. The insights say that during Seahawks Super Bowl postseason run, Jones played in 95.1% of Seattle's defensive snaps and led Seattle with 25 tackles. So shout out to that brother, breaking in a Super Bowl champion twice. And of course, we talked about Travis Etienne at number 96. Number 95 is Demario Davis. We talked about him. Number 94 is Creed Humphrey, who's the center from the Chiefs. Despite a down season by the Chiefs, Humphreys continued to make a strong case for being a top center in the league, though his fellow players might need to be reminded when considering his ranking. Having started 85 straight games to begin his career, Humphrey was an All-Pro for the second straight season and a Pro Bowler for the 4th year in a row. Humphrey earned an 88.8 overall PFF grade, tops at the position among 40 qualified centers. His 84.1 pass block grade was first at that pivot too, while 88.5 run block grade was second. After falling short of the playoffs last season, Kansas City had plenty of roster remaking to do this year, but the Chiefs are all set at the center position. Creed Humphrey, number 94. Number 93, fantastic linebacker Carson Swessinger. 16 games, 156 tackles, 11 tackles for a loss, 2.5 sacks, 9 QB hits, and 2 picks. This guy was phenomenal for the Browns. 2025 second-round pick who turned into a sensational first season. Swessinger became the first AP NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Browns since Chip Banks way back in 1982. So Swessinger was the leading tackler for an excellent Cleveland Browns defense that ranked 4th in yards allowed. With Myles Garrett gone to the Rams, Swessinger and pass rusher Jared Verse will now be looked on to lead the Browns for years to come. The UCLA product is off to a phenomenal start. Now, Swessinger had 57 run stops, which were 8th in NFL among the first rookies. So the Browns need to get that offense together because the defense is in good shape. Number 92, Aziz Al-Shahir. Aziz Al-Shahir from the Houston Texans is the linebacker. Last year had 16 games, over 100 tackles, 9 pass deflections. Was there. He had 2 picks, 1 forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. On the heels of his first Pro Bowl campaign, Al-Shahir makes the top 100 debut. The pedal to the metal linebacker eclipsed 100 tackles for the 3rd time in 7 NFL seasons. The versatile backer shine amongst the run. Al-Shahir showed himself to be a crucial cog in one of the NFL's most vaunted defense as Houston finished at number 1 total D. Al-Shahir finished as the team's top tackler, and his 2 picks were the only interceptions from a non-defensive back on the squad. So early this spring, the Texans locked up Al-Shahir on a 3-year, $54 million extension. The franchise appreciation for the linebacker mirroring his respect from his NFL brethren. So Al-Shahir recorded 9 pass defense in the regular season, including 2 picks for an 18.8% ball hawk rate that ranked 4th among all off-ball linebackers, minimum of 25 targets. Number 91, and the final member, this is all of the top 100 they've released so far from 100 to 91, is Montez Sweat from the Chicago Bears. 17 games, 53 tackles, 10 sacks, 18 QB hits, 3 forced fumbles. Chicago's leading sack leader for the third time in as many years has been with the Bears. Sweat 29 returned to the double-digit sack department for the second time in his career. He ranked 82nd in the NFL's top 100 debut in 2024. His return coincided with a smashing season for the Bears, who won the NFC North title and earned a wildcard round win over the rival Packers. Now, Sweat was a force in the game, posting 3 tackles and 3 QB hits before adding a sack in the team's heartbreaking divisional round overtime loss. Now, according to the Insight, Sweat recorded 4 turnovers caused by pressures in the regular season, tied for the third among all defensive players. So that is from 91 to 100 of the top 100 lists. They'll release more as we go, and I'm pretty sure we'll have some more Saints that more than likely will pop up on this list. Trust and believe. So, with that being said, man, what do y'all think about Cam Jordan being named to the top 100 list for 2026 at 100? And, of course, we've seen the likes of Travis Etienne Jr. added at number 96. We've seen DeMario at number 95. What other players? Y'all chime in the chat. Let me know what players do you guys think will be added from 91 to 1 that are currently on the Saints team? Are there any other players that'll be named on this list that are currently on the Saints team? I know Chris Olave should be on this list. I don't know if they say Eric McCoy because of all of the injuries that he's happened, but but realistically, Chris Olave should be on this list. I think Chase Young more than likely will probably pop up on this list at some point. So definitely Chase and Chris Olave in my estimation. Y'all let me know, did I miss anybody else that you think might pop up on this list? Put it in the chat. Let me know what you think. With that being said, man, listen, shout out to you guys for being in the stream. As always, do me a service, hype the stream. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and join the Coma. And of course, as we go into the end of the stream, how about FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show? This is brought to you by them. And these are the odds right here in the NFC Championship winner. As you can see, they have the Rams at, as the top ones, more likely to win the NFC championship on this side. There'll be the representative of the NFC going into the Super Bowl, plus 290 for them, 550 for the Seahawks, 850 for the 49ers. You see the same odds for the Lions, the Eagles at 950. Green Bay Packers is 12 plus, and you can see the rest of Dallas Cowboys followed by the Chicago Bears. So obviously these numbers will change as the season progresses, but for right now, these are the odds, man. Do you agree about it? Get in on at FanDuel, man, and get your odds and your bets in at FanDuel Sportsbook. With that being said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. Big Q representing the mighty Who Dat Nation, man. Much love to the fam. Shout out to our Patreon and YouTube membership family. If you're not a sub, hit the sub button. Help us get to 15,000 plus. Also, feel free to hype the stream and hype it again. With that being said, man, I'll be back with another report down the line. Much love. Peace. And who that take?
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thewhodatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thewhodatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.